Okay, so we're back. This is the start of episode 4. I'm just going to go over a few things that I don't think I've stated that I've essentially planned in my head but not spoken about up until now. So, for example, here where we have the encampment. Let me see if I can find it. Looking for one of... Okay, so this is Alhambra the Wonder, and obviously it provides one military slot. So for me, really valuable because they always give you an amount that varies over the course of the game. The 2 amenities from entertainment and 2 great general points is nice, but 1 military policy slot. Now we place this encampment on a hill, which is one of the requirements that we need for that, and that was kind of pre-planned when I placed this encampment. As you can see, there is not actually any hills all the way around here, so while we did build this on a hill, destroying a nice tile, it provided us 2 places that we could potentially build Alhambra. When I go back to my capital here, we were talking about building a commercial district along the river. That's because we can build Big Ben here probably. And when we look around the capital, we know that the capital is eventually going to have Pingala in it, because Pingala gives us the most science and culture. Probably my favourite building for this game is going to be this 5 culture, which will be 15%. It's not a great deal, but it's a little bit that will add to it, and a wild card policy slot. And there also is Polenta Palace. It needs to be on a hill adjacent to a mountain, so we're not going to be able to have it in here, unfortunately, as much as I'd like that. Again, to get the culture culture for that, we can put it in here though. I don't know if there's anywhere else. It's not a hill. That's a hill. So if we had a city, the city that we're going to build in here, that could also build that there. The one, is it this one? Yeah, so it's running over towards here. That's a flat. That is a hill actually. Why is it not worse? That's because it's grassland. Grassland generally gives 2 growth and no production, whereas a plains, I don't think I've got one in my empire. Plains is significantly better. Yeah, so a plains gives you one food, 1 production, which means if you ever found a city on a plains tile, you get 2 food, 1 from the capital, 1 from the base tile, and then 2 production. So if you can ever do that in the beginning of the game, it's really worth doing. I've also keep mentioning a city that I want to place up here. That's because down in the far deep recesses of the civic tree in Cold War Tech, we have this research station. I'm not going to say the rest of it because my English is not good enough, but 20% science and 10% production in all cities for a science win. If there are 5 snow tiles, this is doubled. Okay, so if we build it, we were discussing about building it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By just having it here, I think it may end up being here. I'm not sure though, depending on what I like. I needed to. I was going to check something else before I decided exactly. Unless I'm much mistaken, this needs to be built on flat land. Oh no, so that can be built on any tile, but there's a nice set of tiles here that we could work. So if we put that here, we put that one. Oh, it's a difficult one. If we put that here, we could put the wonder there, and then something in here. Maybe the campus in there. We'll put the city here. It's just obviously looking at these tiles, right? You're going to keep woods until we can start planting woods with conservation. This tile is probably the best one, although that's a nice food tile. It's difficult. It's got to be in the tundra though, so we're heading towards that. Well, there was something else I was going to say. We obviously need to remember to keep an eye on Geneva. Hope that this is being looked after. But yeah, you get the idea. We're going to carry on doing a base walk through here. We're looking for other places for potential wonders. I mean, in terms of the science victory, the actual wonders that you need are, fortunately for none. If you were doing a culture victory, I mean, this is quite good for a science victory. If you want to put this in the place where you're going to be building your spaceports and stuff. So this is where the electronics factory comes in. We need to try and aim towards that, because that will help with our culture. If you're going for a culture victory, Eiffel Tower is awesome. Just it helps you increase the production of your city. Otherwise, I say Big Ben is a nice one. Economic policy slot, again, policy slots. I just cannot advertise how good they are. The Polenta Palace, Forbidden City, and Alhambra, which is why obviously we were looking at because you have to have a government with 6 policy slots. It's a kind of a pain in the arse today. I think you get it in the middle. Does this one have 6? Yeah, so you can get it with this one if you're careful. Monarchy even. So, I mean, it is doable, and we could go straight from here to here. But you've got 348 culture. It's like 60 turns. It's not going to happen right now. Yeah, so I think there we go. Let's see what we're going to do. So in terms of research, we've got iron working, could be useful, leads into castles, which will give us this. I think right now though, we're probably going to want this just for the crossbowmen. We know that there's an absolute shed ton of barbarians up in this area, and it would be good to clear them out, and having a couple of crossbowmen backed by some actual troops would be a good way to do it. We finally got to put Hypatia down in. What we get, this gives us a nice science. This is not 0.9, this is just literally from the population. Yeah, 5 from the library. Wow, that's nice. Just this district itself is giving us 10. That's kind of cool. So we were previously going to Geneva. Currently, where have we got roads? We've got a road missing here. We've got nothing to the capital. I think what I'm going to do is run one to the capital. So each of these, you can have one food, one production, is based on which districts you have. So, for example, Nagoya is the level 1 building. The central district, will give you one food, one production. And then each different type of district gives you a different thing. So, for example, science, this is going to give you food. Things like encampments give you production. This will give you food, I believe, this holy site. And then it works through those. So in late game, you click on a city, you can get some quite nice kind of double stack stuff. How long is that going to take? 28 turns, that's bearable. Just to get a nice road. I believe it's going to run up here and across. So we'll have like a nice chain through here. Like to run through here just so that he doesn't end up attacking him. We are carrying on down the search up there. And let's take it through to the next turn. He wants open borders for 1 cotton. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we have the Kree. He's got both weapons in this one. So an honour to meet you. The Kree is over there. So this is probably the civ that's down here somewhere that was giving us the Islam. We'll come over to him. Send him a delegation. Declare friendship. Okay. Make deal. What can we get? Open borders. Open borders. Perfect. Just getting friendly. Okay, second type of alliance. It's not the best partner because he can be a pain in the ass, but so there's a little C here. Don't remember. Next turn, hopefully this still going on, so we're gonna end up like smashing ourselves in the foot for the delegation is most welcome. We'll have our gold back. Another seller coming out, another seller coming out. We need some more housing in this city badly. So we could chop this into a triangle. We get you in there. We kind of need a builder. Take 5 turns. Let's buy that. Did that go through? No, it didn't. Can only buy on your turn. So if we come in here, it's got 3, 1, 2, third. Maybe buy this tile for a 3rd chop out. I don't have the ability to go across the ocean right now. Let's have a quick look. We've got a food triangle, a mine with science and tiles there. Nothing else massively of note in the capital. It's just when I have a look down, I see you can generally tell what level of tech there are by the buildings as well. Which is good to keep an eye on. So we know we're going for this tile. This is going to give us pressure. We've got one coming down here. We should probably put in this chaff city here. The quicker we can get the chaff city started. I mean, it's like this is the worst possible section of tiles, but you just want to take up the land because you're not going to be able to work it from like 1, 2, 3. So this one won't be worked. 3, that one. Yeah. So there's a few tiles that might be barely worked here along the middle here. But essentially it's extra population in an area, so it's extra culture, extra science. Hopefully we'll get our wonder in here. So 1, 2, 3, 6. So that will count as an extra 2 amenities, an extra 2 culture. You know, it's definitely worth doing. From we're trying to produce the Colosseum. Hopefully. So we'll bring this over here. Unit needs orders. They must be running for this. We'll put you on hold. Make you. I need 1 iron. I don't have iron. Sweet. I do need a city in there. It's going to be a small city. It's a plain style. Grassland hills. Yeah, we'll bring it up there actually, because that might be better than there. At least there's some production in there for now. We will need a city over here, but it isn't as urgent. Okay. So he's got 4 cities. 1, 2, 3. And then there's one up there. We'll see if we can wander through his lands. That one's going there. This one was going here. America founded Boston. So he's got a fifth city. Where did he found that? Right to where we wanted to found one. He's trying the same plan on us. Where can this guy go? So he now can't go anywhere of use. Could put him up here. But then that's probably, we're going to probably lose that to loyalty, I'd guess. So if we bring this in here, put it on this tile, it will increase the production to this, and then that will in turn put loyalty on that one. Makes me less want to take out a settler from this city, because we're going to lose loyalty against this. But you know, we can't have it all. Is this going down yet? 16? No, so this is going to take the full turn. So what do we have here? Probably going to point Raina. And no, she probably should be in Karakoram right now. However, all of our trade routes are going through Levanta, up and along. So right now she can go into there. Make this city. More era score that we didn't need. Like we have smashed this era out of the park, which as things go. So if I put a building on here, I'm going to get 1 food. If I put it on either of these, I'll get production. Right now, this tile is your best tile, because it means that we have the highest production total. Then I'll probably put it on here and then here. Although I think we need, yeah, so it's now starting to clear here, and we don't have enough farms. So maybe just stick a farm down, just to try and help towards this. In this building, I'm not going to worry about chopping out my settler. I'm going to help to build my this. We chop it out, get this done. We then swap over to the settler, and we move him over here. We'll make production on here. Do a quick check of what we're working. This is because next turn we want to chop with this. With the overflow mechanics that we can use. So because we have this and the production from him, we want to make the best use of that into our chop flow mechanic. Get culture, this, place our district down. It's a shame, unfortunately, we don't have a semi-decent spot here. You know, to be honest, we should really just buy this tile. That tile with a mine on it is going to be amazing. Farm, mine. Get another builder going. So remember that this doubles all the product yields we're going to get on it. If we were to chop that, we would have 2 food and 1 production, which isn't that great a tile. But this one, if we put mine on it, we're going to have like 4 and 4. New cards have been updated. This is quite nice, and once we stop building settlers, we'll probably put it in. Okay, what have we got here? Unit needs orders. So we'll put this in. He's going to complain at us, although he may not do. Right, so what have we got? We need farms, right? So the farms work best in triangles with feudalism, and we've only got 1 farm. That's not good. What have we got? No, not enough. Okay, so we move this over here. Okay, so this is going to take a turn. So what we're going to do is put this in so that we get the full bonus from the chop flow mechanic. Granary, watermill, monument, but in that order. There's literally no production in this city at all. We could help it out by doing that. Grabbing that production tile. It is going to hurt this city a little bit, but we've actually got something that represents production, and what we'll do is we'll put this down. It gains 1 because we're Japan with this, and I guess so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we'll put it in there because it will benefit this city. No, it won't benefit this city, but we can't have everything, I don't think. I mean, if we make sure that it's building that before this, it has 1 production in it. We could also help this out by getting them a trade route up, but trade route even. The closest place we have a trade route going, I think it's down here. Yeah. So we're going to come here and make this into a farm. It's probably not the tile that we want to be working, but we need to get some farms before then. Now we did want to buy this tile. Oh, and it's going to have a faith on it. It doesn't get double for some reason. But hey. Just click around the turn again. We've now successfully managed to trap the American troops. Apologies. I'm going to say that because I have no intention of building anywhere else. I'd quite like this to come to us, and he'll probably complain about taking it. But we can't have everything. Yay, so finally our things are start ticking over, even though we've overshot it by a lovely 20. We can actually work this tile to gain a production on it. Now they've made their 1. Do I start sending? This one's going to come in here. We know that we've got a settler in there. Definitely. Put it here. I hate putting them on the edge of mountain ranges because it's essentially like 1 dead tile definitely, and it's going to grow into here and here. I'm gonna send it up over here to start making this area into what we'd like it to. Now, the best tile for this one, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put it on the horses because we still gain that horse bonus. I mean, that might be a better tile. We'll check it when we get there. Right. So swap over to. Oh wait, the settler's on 2 turns now. What's changed? It's not the end of the world. The way the chop flow mechanic works, and it will only work for this thing. It's being changed definitely in Gathering Storm right now. Is this produces 97 production because we have him and Magnus in there. Magnus doubles that production. Okay, with Groundbreaker 50%. Then we have this part in the city, which gives us 50% increased production. Then in the culture thing we have 50% increased production. So as you see, if we put not temple in, we put the arena in and we chop this out, we only need 50 production. But if we chop that out, do you see how we managed to take 6 turns off of this? That's why. So if we make queue another settler up, we'll put both. See, this has gone through both of these. It's all gone straight in because of the overflow chop mechanic. We want to start on a city for a coast area. We know we're going to have this is going to be. Why is it always waltzing till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So that's not going to be good enough. So this is going to be like the worst Colosseum in the world. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how we do that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here somewhere. And we'll put him over here. Actually, these would be quite nice ones to keep. But to be fair to Chop Mechanic, it's a difficult decision. The Great Library construction started. It's good to know. It's probably a waste of time for him, but we'll let him do that. I need to start clearing this stuff up here out. I don't quite know what's going on here, but we can no longer wait to find out. Commercial district. Interesting. How long have we got on this? 6 turns. It's probably going to flip to us unless there's a big city in there, which there could well be. There is a border here though. We're starting to get some monuments built, which is helping to grow our culture. Oh my, the housing's bad in here. We were going to get builder. It's frustrating because wasting our gold now is not as good an idea. Do you know what? I'm going to build a farm for a triangle. We did get our feudalism boost, which is nice, and it gives us 1 housing. We could do with a few more farms in there. Put the mine on here. See, it's fill food 2 production. This star is just like absolutely insane now, so we'll lock it in. There we go. This is another one. Keep these on these 2. We've got this. Going to be a nice little city. Like, we can put this in. It's definitely going to be a very nice city. What have we got here? Printing. I'd kind of like it in here. But we're going to have issues with trying to produce settlers. How long does it take to produce settlers over here? 15 turns. That's got some absolute shed ton to build. Our friends' ships have run out, so let's go back in. That always seems like a double negative to me. Right, so this is just helping to keep us friends. Declare friendship. Okay, so for some reason he's upset with us. Why is he upset with us? And let's see if he will. No, make deal. No. Why is he upset with us? Apparently, well, our warmongering penalty is now going, which is good. Put this down. Should that, to be fair, that was a mistake. We'll get the iron. Oh, we can't get the iron though. Let's build this. Is there another settler there? Wait, what? Granary Monument. Then the best district for you, Holy Site at +2 because it's near this. Yeah, let's do it. We'll lock it in and then go on to proceed build these two for us. Actual fact, you're better off doing it that way round. That's a much better tile in terms of actual growth. We get plus on production. The city actually has production now. Let's lock it in. Run down here. Campus. So I don't recognise the building, his buildings, which means I'm in a place where I'm not confident in how I can level his stuff up. But yeah. Wait for the turn-ins. Okay, so one of the things you need to be wary of is just spamming all of your envoys in, right? We would not like to have Geneva, but one doesn't do it. We don't gain anything. Actually, we do gain something from this for gaining the 15 for wonders, so we will do that. And we don't gain anything from this. It's not relevant. So you're generally more era score we didn't need to use. You're generally better off not spamming everything through, because you can hold them, and when you find a better use for them, you can or when you desperately need something urgently, you can use them. These units are walking up to the north still. I do need another settler up north, and I do need some more builders. I'm going to wait for my builders, I think. Although I don't know if I can really be affording. Do you know what? We're going to take you off for now, because I can't really be affording to wait for the Colosseum any more than I already have. So let's not do that in here. I'm just going to. Do I have another city that can build? So let's swap these two over, because his culture is 8.4 and his science is 9.4, and the culture is 7 and 3.6, so his bonus is better off in here. As we have no intention of chopping these out, there's no point doing that, so we will reassign him. Where do we want him? He might be able to do some work in Choir for us. If we reassign Pingala to the capital, and then that means we can reassign Reina to Karakoram. I was looking in here, we're going to have a little bit better production, I think we could do with this. This would help. Right, so we know we won. Do the math. This is a plains. Is this a plains hill? Yeah. So you see, it's 1 and 1, and you gain a 2 and 2 and 1. I keep forgetting. I need to wait for this, and I can put this tech in, and then these would have 2 extra actions. Let's put it on this one because it gives us production. Let's have a look at what we're working. We're going to work this one because it's a absolute shockingly less amount of turns. Now, so if I put the harbour in here, I get +3. If I put it in here, I get +3. There's no tile along here that it would benefit beyond this one. However, if you look at the commercial district, you gain +2 gold from each Royal Navy and each harbour district. So I'm going to gain +2 from having a commercial district here. The harbour gains 2 gold from every 2 adjacent district tiles, from +1 gold from each coastal tile, +2 gold from the city centre tile. So you can make what's called the gold triangle, and I'm going to put this down here, by having, when we get enough to, the coal thingy, commercial district hub in here, and having a gold triangle. Now, I could do it over here, but this is a food tile, and this is going to be a fairly useful production tile for now. So we'll do it here. Carry on exploring through. So he got that tile. He's got a holy site without a shrine. And 3 turns. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the end of the era, and then I'll explain like the big power-up steps in the middle here over the course of the next issue. Next episode, sorry. We lost the suzerain of Brussels. Yeah, I mean, we no longer have all of the access to all of this. We should run him back in here and gain the iron, and then level him up. Again, we could have waited, but at this point we're so far past it just doesn't matter. I'm going to bring the settler up here because I'm not making one at this moment in time, and I want to get this city started as soon as possible. Okay, so I can work this tile. This tile, if I can't really do anything like put it on here, it will give me 1 production if I make a lumber mill. It's not along a river. These 2, if I put it, will give me 2 production. So these are worth doing it because there's no production in this city. Repair the tile. Let's go down here and get this city some production. He's finally decided that he isn't going for this, and he's now running his troops back up, which is a relief. Unmet city state has been defeated. He's now got religion as well. Yay! Now we're so far past the cap, like 30 points above the cap, so you can see how well we've managed to go through this tree. So we're going to do this because I'd like to go towards this. We've managed to get 1 city to 10 population. We need to build 2 temples. I know we had 1 building in here. and we have one building in here, so we should be fine for that. This has got production-ish. We need housing in this one. It's only got one thingy there, which isn't great. Oh, I forgot to. Right, so we're going to put this in here, and this in here. Because we need to start getting our walls built when we go to upgrade the tech. We will upgrade this and then run him over here to make that farm triangle between those two by buying this tile if needs be. So you can see we've got quite a lot of faith building up here. 53 per turn. That's going to be quite nice. Let's get him going up. Careful, one tile at a time approach. That was a bit misplay. Actually, we can make that into a crossbowman, so that was worth more by luck than judgment. We'll take the kill on the archer. 1 experience. I want to see if I can find out what's going on behind this area here. His capital, I think, is here. Rebellion in 1 turn. Please say it's going to us. Could well be going to the Mapuche. It's now got our dominant religion though, so that will help. It's coming to Japan in 9 turns. Perfect. And he will end up taking the damage on the units. So these two are having a war. If we now go over to him, we'll probably be able to get friends. Yeah, because obviously he would like a declared friend in that war. Make deal. Open borders. 4 gold, thingy per turn, perfect. He's got 4 cities, 5 cities, massive combat disparity. He's now going to gain a shit ton load of production though, so I don't see that being an issue. Okay, so we managed to get this done. We want to build our Colosseum. We were going to build our farm triangle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you know what? We'll just put it in this tile because that farm triangle is just too important for that city. Using up all of our gold. We'll stick down said Colosseum. 25 turns. Get him working on that. We are in serious need of some housing in this city. Get in there. Probably have to make another farm triangle up here, I think. He was alert, but he's seen this guy, so let's pop in and do our friendly neighbourhood thing of taking stuff out. Come here to back off and shoot. Come here and shoot. Run this up here. The settler. Still not quite sure where I want it here, but we'll put it on there for now. How many turns away are we? A couple more. Yes, attack us. I think they're upset that it's coming to us.
History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon.
So, governor title. We don't need building towards this one now. This doesn't help us. So, this might be nice. This is relevant. This is kind of irrelevant. We're not going to... Well, this will be useful later. I haven't, as of yet, spoken about the governor. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this until next episode and do a little starting bit on that. We have just changed our policy cards. We should have put this in a while back. So even I'm making sloppy mistakes, which we could correct. Another unit needs orders. Get some farm tiles down. I can't buy this tile yet, so we'll have to wait. Okay, we have entered the medieval era. We will call the episode here, and we'll begin again next episode.